It's back. Bigger. Better. And better. It's Black History Month, the sequel, a 28-day celebration of black exploitation films. If it's one thing that's hard to pull off in movies, it's trying to appeal to multiple audiences. There's a saying that if you try to appeal to everybody, you end up appealing to nobody. I don't know if that's necessarily true for the movie That Man Boat, but what is true is that the filmmakers tried to cover as many bases as they could. Released just in time for Christmas 1973, That Man Boat is about a convict who doubles as a secret agent, who doubles as a kung fu fighter? I can't promise it'll all make sense, but just stay with me. Fred Williamson stars as Jefferson Boat, a jack-of-all-trades kind of guy, who rarely gets one up by the bad guys. That's kind of Fred Williamson's gimmick in these type of movies, isn't it? He's the prototypical super Negro, because even Shaft wasn't this invincible. I guess he looked at Jim Brown and Slaughter and said, I'll be damned if he one-ups me. I like to imagine that they had some kind of secret friendly rivalry about who could be the better black action star. Back to the film. Boat is asked to deliver a briefcase to some bad guys in exchange for his freedom. The briefcase contains $1 million, and because of this, literally everybody is trying to get it from him. I like the initial setup. Boat trying to deliver the briefcase while simultaneously trying to avoid a bunch of different types of bad guys is really all this movie needed. A down on his luck convict using this particular set of skills to overcome the odds sounds like a winner to me. Unfortunately, studios were trying their hardest to create the Black James Bond around this time, so Boat got saddled with a super agent persona, complete with gadgets, fancy cars, ladies, the whole nine. It just ruins the dynamic to me, because now it turns into a spy investigation film. One run-in with some goons who want the money, and Boat completely abandons the delivery to start investigating who wants the money and why. If this is the movie that you wanted to make, then just make it. Don't tease us with a good time and then pull the rug. It could have ruined the movie for me, but in fairness, the spy stuff is actually good. It's not James Bond level cool, and honestly, it never would have been with this budget, but I do like the car chase action and the various ways that Boat can kill a man. Once again, if they just stuck with that, the movie could have still been excellent. But halfway through, That Man Boat changes its genre again and becomes a kung fu action film, complete with a trip to Hong Kong, an unnecessary backstory about how Boat came to learn his fighting moves, and even some kung fu treachery. At least the studio put all the effort they could into making it authentic, filming on location in Hong Kong, and even bringing in some martial artists to help with the fight scenes. For all of the things that I can knock That Man Boat for, they do somehow, some way, tie the central narrative about the money together with all of these scenarios, so I can't judge it too harshly. It feels like they wanted to make two movies, but thought to themselves, we don't have the budget for this shit, so they just combined the two. At least they didn't lie to the audience, because even the poster looks like it was supposed to be a double feature. There's some truth to this theory too, because Fred Williamson himself says that he was approached by the studio to do 3 James Bond type movies, but only ended up doing this one. But he was paid for 2. So basically, little did Fred Williamson know, he actually did do 2 movies. They were just combined into the movie That Man Boat that we know today.